Hey everybody, Tim Campbell here. I'm your life coach, and along with my wife, I'm the co-founder of IWillWillU.com, helping relationships stay strong through 2014. That's right, Seattle is the 2014 Super Bowl champs. Now, I know you're looking at me wondering, Tim, you're the life coach. You know, you're helping me out with my relationship. What does the Super Bowl have to do with my relationship? And I'm here to tell you it has a lot to do with it. Because relationships is all about game, right? Relationships is all about who's winning and are you creating that win-win environment in your marriage, okay? And I took a few nuggets from yesterday. Why do I take nuggets from the Super Bowl? Because you have to learn from champs. You got to do what champs do in order to become a champion. And I want you to be a champion of your relationship. Now, the key person that I keyed in on through this Super Bowl was Russell Wilson. Right? And it wasn't yesterday, it wasn't that Super Bowl Sunday Russell Wilson that I paid attention to. Rewind back a couple weeks ago. Rewind back. It was when Russell Wilson was standing on the podium holding his NFC championship trophy. Now many of you may not know what an NFC is. That's a division. It's not the Super Bowl. It just means that you won your division. Right? Now, a lot of cats would have been happy with just winning their division. Now, stay with me. I'm going to take you somewhere. You cannot be content with just taking your division. You have to want to win it all. Now, taking your division, I'm equating that to get the wedding, to the proposal. That's the division. When he or she said yes, when they said, I will, when you said, will you marry me? And they said, I will, that was the divisional championship. But like Russell Wilson, you may not know this, but you got to know this. The real game happens after the division. The real game happens after the proposal, right? The real game happens in the Super Bowl. That's what we play for. We're playing for the Super Bowl. And many of you are playing for that divisional game. Look at what Russell Wilson said. He's on the podium receiving his NFC Championship award for the divisional game. And he turns to Terry Bradshaw and he says, what do we have to do to win the Super Bowl? What do we have to do to win the Super Bowl? Now, Terry Bradshaw, he didn't just turn to anybody. Terry Bradshaw is a 4-time Super Bowl winner. He got experience in it. He got game in it. And Russell Wilson, barely a rookie, came out and said, and turned to him, I can't celebrate this divisional game. I got to get some of your wisdom because my eye is on the prize. My eye is on that Super Bowl. And many of you got to take your eye off of that wedding, take your eye off of that proposal. The real work happens after the wedding. The real work and what you got to do to make your marriage survive happens afterwards. And look at what Terry Bradshaw, the advice that Terry Bradshaw gave Russell Wilson minutes after they won the NFC Championship game. He said, son, listen to this. He said, and this is the same thing I want to tell you, right? He said, stay calm, stay cool. That's what he said. He said, stay cool. And that's the same thing I'm telling you. Stay cool. What was he saying when he said stay cool? He said, Russell, the game may go up or down. There's going to be a lot of emotions going, but I need you to stay cool. And that's the same thing I'm telling you in your marriage. After that wedding, I need you to stay cool. What does that mean, Tim? That means that you have to control the emotion. In your wedding, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. And many marriages fail, many relationships fail based on the ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys, the highs and the lows. But I need you to stay cool. Control the tempo of the game, Russell. Control the tempo of the game. Don't turn over that rock. And that's the same thing I got to have you do. Do not turn over the ball. Do not drop the ball. Control the tempo of the game. Control the tempo of the game means that you're not caught up in all the emotions. If the marriage goes high, you're still consistent. If the marriage falls low, you're still consistent. Control the tempo of the game. Be a game manager. Control the clock. Control the time. Manage your marriage like you would a game, like Russell Wilson won the game. Okay? Listen, I know you can be a game manager. I know you can control the clock. But that's only half of the victory. A lot of the advice that I give came from my losses, not from my wins. So Russell Wilson, the Super Bowl champ, he's only half of the lesson. The other half came from the losing side, and that's Peyton Manning. All right, so I wanted you to check out this post-game interview from Peyton Manning.
I don't know if you ever really get over it. It's a difficult pill to swallow. I think you have to find a way to deal with it and process it. And like I said, if you can, to try to fuel it to make you a better team next year.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? What did he say? He said, it's a hard pill to swallow, but we have to swallow it. Why do you have to swallow it, Peyton? The reason why you have to swallow that pill is because that's going to be the energy, the fuel that you need to come back next season. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, the Broncos and Peyton Manning didn't make it to the Super Bowl last year. But what they say, what he said in the interview, he said, oh, I got it. He said, we lost to the Ravens in the AFC Championship. We didn't even make it to the Super Bowl, and that was energy. That was the fuel that we needed to push through this season. And this season, we made it to the Super Bowl, and we lost. So that hard pill to swallow, we have to swallow it. Why? Because next year, we're going to work just as hard this time to win the Super Bowl. And I'm here to tell you that I know you took some hits. I know you took some hard hits in 2013. It's 2014. Many of you are already taking hits in your relationship. But swallow that pill. Swallow that pill, because that's going to be the energy, the fuel. Make sure that you understand it. Don't run away from your pain. Understand your pain. Your pain is there to make you stronger. Don't run away from it. That's the fuel that you need to move past and to stay together. Listen, we're building relationships to last. We're building relationships. We don't get with each other just to get with each other. We get with each other to stay with each other. That's what the lesson that I learned from the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson's side, what do I got to do? Seek out the help. What do I got to do? Peyton Manning's side, the losing side of the Super Bowl, listen, this loss, let it fuel tomorrow. Let it fuel tomorrow. If I don't want to be back in that spot, again, I got to work extra hard so that the next time that test comes, the next time that trial comes, I'm kicking down the door. I'm running right through it. Listen, we don't get together just to get together. We get together to stay together. I'm your life coach, Tim Campbell, and I'll see you next time. Listen, if you haven't done so already, I don't want you to miss a post. Make sure you go to IWillWillU.com, leave your email, name and email, and we'll make sure that we follow up. I want to coach you to success. We can do that, but I got to make sure I can remain in contact with you. And feel free to go to Facebook, leave us some comments. We love to hear from you. All right, till next time.